G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping into Go Battle League, and as you can see, I'm currently at Ace ranked at 2273, so not doing too badly. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below, and we can jump in and see what we get. So I do have a playlist of my other Go Battle League matches this season, so I'll link to that and you can check those out if you want. But for now, I'm going to check out my Little Cup team. I did well in that last time, so I'll link to that. Got 5-0, and I want to see if that was just luck or whether this team is actually any good. So I'm running Seel with Lick, Aquatail and Icy Wind, Wynaut with Counter and Mirror Coat, and Ducklett with Wing Attack, Bubble Beam and Brave Bird. So Wynaut only has one charge move, which is why it's only running the one. And as you can see, so my IVs aren't particularly great. Ducklett is alright. Seel and Wynaut, I do not have very good PvP IVs, so hopefully that doesn't make a difference. But let's jump in and see what we get and see if we've got a decent team. So what are we going to get on the lead? So on the lead, seeing what do I want to see on the lead? Things I don't want to see at all are electric types. If someone has electric types, then I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. However, as long as, well, let's just see. I can't imagine that many people be running the electric types. The main one that you possibly would see is going to be maybe Mareep. Um, yeah, or Chinchou. But what have we got? We've got a Seel mirror match. So they're running Lick as well. And I'm actually just going to throw straight into um, the Aquatail here, and it's not going to do too much damage, as you can see. I imagine they're going to throw straight into the Icy Wind and debuff me here, which is absolutely fine. Um, yeah, there's the Icy Wind coming through, and as you can see, it doesn't do too much damage, but possibly it's maybe the better one to get. I'll get to the Icy Wind here, so at least they won't be able to get a charge move without being debuffed. I wanted to get my the reason I wanted to throw my Aquatail straight away is so I could get that off before I got debuffed, and as you can see, I was able to get there. So they now throw the Aquatail, which is fine, and then they're going to look to farm me down, which they can do. So looking at the amount of energy I had, I know that they're not going to get to another charge move, and the question here is, what do I want to bring in? So what I'm going to bring in is the Ducklett, because I can get a little bit of an energy head start and see what they want to do. So in comes their own Ducklett, and I'm actually just going to go straight for the bubble beam here and hope that they throw up a shield. Let's see, and they no shielder, which is fine. Gonna have to be careful. Are they gonna Brave Bird me straight away? So I'm gonna throw that up, and they're actually running Aerial Ace. Okay, so that's fine. So running Aerial Ace and probably Bubble Beam. They wouldn't be running Aerial Ace and Brave Bird. It doesn't make sense, so they're running Aerial Ace instead, which means I've now double debuffed them, which works out absolutely spectacularly for me because I can let this go. If they throw another Aerial Ace, it's not going to KO from this range, especially after being debuffed twice, and as you can see, yeah, it just does next to no damage, and out they swap into their own Wynaut, and so what I'm going to do here is throw the Bubble Beam, debuff it, and then swap into my own. They have two shields. I only have one, but that's fine. So this is going to be the most boring matchup you'll ever see. And the reason is, well, neither of us are doing any damage to the other. And in terms of Little Cup, these two are absolute tanks. Take an absolute age to kill them, and all of our moves are resisted. It's just a brutal matchup to watch. So apologies for that. It gives you plenty of time to think of what the plan is, so that at least that's a good thing. And I think here what I'm going to do is just let this go. Continue to throw these moves. We've both got to. So at this point, you need to be aware that the countdown clock is going to come into play here, or could come into play at least. And so what I'm going to do is just make sure I continue to throw the mirror coats and do a little bit of chip damage, get its health lower than mine. And so they come out with their Wynaut, which is absolutely fine. I do know that they're going to have um, aerial ace here or bubble beam. We'll see what they want to do, and it is the bubble beam, so they're going to debuff me. And man, that actually does quite a lot of damage. So instantly swap out here and take this out, and we'll see if we can get to another one. And at that point, they decide to leave the game. So good game there, and happy days. Able to take game number one. So I don't think that that was necessarily the right move to leave that. Um, my Wynaut was very low on health. They had two shields, so it would have been interesting to see that played out. I'm not sure that it was quite over, but I mean, happy days. I was able to take the win. So Zubat on the lead. So this is all right for me. The question is, what are its moves? And I think it's going to be running Poison Fang and Sludge Bomb. So the question here is, was that quick enough to be a Sludge Bomb? I'm going to shield this up, and it is the Poison Fang. So that's unfortunate that I've shielded up the first one. And what I'm going to do here is over farm just a little bit, and then throw into the Aqua Tail. The reason I'm throwing Aqua Tail is because I think I'm going to get a shield, and yeah, so got the shield, and it means it costs less energy. So I might as well use it, and I don't think they're going to be able to. Yeah, so there's the Poison Fang coming through, which is fine. Defense full, absolutely fine with me, but I am able to get to another Aqua Tail. So we'll see if they want to shield this one up as well. If not, it will be taking them out. And they decide to double shield the Zubat. What do they have in the back that they really don't want Seel to see? So the question here is, what do I come in with? So I'm going to come in with my Wynaut, and the reason for that is because I don't need to shield anything. Um, because of, as I said, it's an absolute beast. So an absolute tank in terms of Little Cup. Um, so going to let this one go as well. And then the question is, do I want to switch this out and then try and farm down with my Ducklett? I'm going to get to at least one Miracle, and then we'll see if we can farm this thing down. Unfortunately, we're not able to farm it down, so we'll have to take the Poison Fang. So it's not going to be enough for the other. So there's the defense fall, and out comes, and they make a great sack swap into the Krogunk. Unfortunately, yeah, really unfortunately, they're able to sack swap that, and that's going to be absolutely gone there. They do have no shield, so that's fine. And the question here is, do I want to shield this up? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to shield this up, and the reason for that is a Leaf Blade, so that probably would have taken me out. I do think I can get to the Bubble Beam here, which I am able to do. So I'm going to be able to debuff it. Probably not going to be doing enough damage to take it out here. Let's see. No, because it's not very effective from the grass type. They're able to get to another Leaf Blade. This will be taking me out, but they've got no health, and I've got a Mirror Coat on my Wynaut, so I'm just going to be able to come in, throw the Mirror Coat, and say a good game right there. Even if they had a charge move, I'm not sure it would have been enough to take out the Wynaut, so that's why I used the shield and wanted to debuff with the Ducklett as well. So happy days, able to take that game. So we'll jump into the next one, and so far so good. Able to go 2-0, and then we'll see what we get for this third one. So far pretty reasonable matchups. Not expecting that to last forever. Expecting a electric type to come out at some point. So we've got a Ducklett on the lead. I really don't like this matchup on the lead, because do you shield or do you not shield is the question. So unfortunately, they're able to get to their charge move first. It's going to be a bubble beam. I don't think that they were quite enough to get to the Brave Bird. So going to let that first one go. Going to throw the Ice Beam now, and we'll see what they want to do. Ice Beam is going to be neutral because of the flying and water typing, and as you can see, it doesn't do much damage, but it does debuff them a little bit, which is very, very nice. Question here is this going to be a Brave Bird? I'm going to no shield it, and it is another bubble beam, so that is absolutely spectacular. And then I'm going to over farm just a little bit, and then we'll throw into the Aqua Tail, and hopefully we can take this thing out. Unfortunately, not able to take it out, but able to get a couple more licks and generate a little bit more energy. So we'll see what they've got now. So out comes the Shelmet, so that works out all right for us. I'm going to just go straight for the Aqua Tail because I don't think I'm going to be able to get to the Icy Wind. So Aqua Tail coming through, and they're still not shielding. Saving those two shields, and then it is going to have a lot of energy. So obviously for this, I do not want to bring out Wynaut. I'm going to bring out the Ducklet, and then they're going to be running what, Body Slam and probably Bug Buzz. So I'm going to shield this one up, and it is the Body Slam, so that's fine. Shield one up and then see if I can get to a Bubble Beam before they're able to get to another one. I am not, but I'm not going to shield this one up, and we'll see how much damage the Body Slam does. And as you can see, it doesn't do much. Unfortunately, they have got so much energy. So we have to just let these all go through. Going to overfarm just a fraction here, and then throw the uh, bubble beam, and hopefully we can take this thing out. Although bubble beam does absolutely no damage, so very unlikely. And yeah, I'm going to shield this one up because I want to bubble beam whatever is in the back because that will be very, very nice for me, and we'll see what they want to do. So it is their own why not here. So that's absolutely fine. Get a bubble beam this and then bring in my own. And again, this is going to be the most boring matchup in the world. And here, so what I'm thinking is, so they've still got two Pokemon. They've also got two shields, which is not ideal, but they have been debuffed. So I just want to get as much damage into this Wynaut as possible, because as soon as you see a Wynaut mirror match, you've got to start thinking your switch time is going to, well, your countdown clock's going to come. And basically, if I have more health on me than my opponent's Pokemon when the clock runs out, then I will win. If they have more health than me, they will win. So I want to try and get as much damage in as possible, because people don't like, well, especially in this matchup, you do not like using shields on Mirror Coat. So what I'm going to do is try and get a couple extra. So they're going to swap in to clear their debuff, which is fine by me. That just means that I'm going to be able to, now that I have two Pokemon and they have one, it doesn't matter what my health is, because if I've got one slither of 1 HP of health on both Pokemon and they've got a full health Pokemon, because I've got two, if that countdown clock runs out, I will still win the match, as ridiculous as that is. So now what I need to do is try and keep my Ducklet alive and let the countdown clock come. So I expect them to start shielding up now. They've got no reason not to. And so what I'm going to do is just start throwing these and try and count down the clock. And there's the clock. So we've got 17 seconds to go before the clock counts down, before the game is up. I've got two Pokemon left. I am going to win this game. It's just a matter of attrition here. So there's the second shield, and that's fine. They're not going to be able to get enough damage into me to knock this thing out. So that is a good game right there. Unfortunately, this matchup takes an absolute age, but there you go. Time's up. I have two Pokemon left. They only have one. I win the game. So that's what you got to be thinking about, especially when you hit the Wynaut mirror match. It's just takes such a long time. And I would, well, yeah, so either have something that counters that, but then they did, and I was able to avoid it, and happy days, able to take that game. So on the lead in this one, so we've got another Ducklet, and like I said, I just do not like this matchup because who knows when the Ducklet's going to be throwing the Brave Bird, and no one wants to shield up a Bubble Beam. So it's just a bad matchup. So I'm able to get to the Ice Beam before they throw a charge move. So it probably means they're going to have enough energy to throw a Brave Bird. The question will be, are they going to throw one or are they not? So I'm going to no shield this and hope that they don't throw a Brave Bird and they go straight for the Brave Bird. And I've no shielded and down it goes. So this is really bad. Um, so I'm going to come out with my own Ducklet and see what they want to do. Um, they're going to let it go. They're going to be able to Bubble Beam me here, which is fine. They're not going to get enough to get to a second Brave Bird, but that's fine. And then we'll see what they have in the back. What do they have? So they're waiting, and out comes an Onyx. Oh, that's brutal. So do they have... Oh, and they've got a Shelmet. This is game over, so two good counters for me. Um, Shelmet's going to be able to take my Wynaut fairly comfortably. They'll probably throw the Bug Buzz, which should be, even though, yeah, it's an absolute, well, it's got a whole lot more HP than a lot of other Pokemon in this league. Wynaut has, but Bug Buzz is super effective, and it's going to be absolutely destroyed by Shelmet. There's the Bug Buzz, and look at that damage. Absolutely brutal. So they're saving their shields, as am I, so I'm going to let this go. And I'm just hoping that I'm able to get enough energy to throw bubble beams onto the Onyx when it comes back out. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to be the case, but what are you going to do? Onyx won't be doing too much damage. He's a very defense orientated Pokemon, so going to be able to let it go. And then, unfortunately, they're able to get to a charge move. And the question here is, do I shield? And I'm going to shield this up just because, again, Onyx is very defense heavy, and also I don't actually think it's going to get to multiple charge moves before it's able to take me out. I do think it's going to probably KO me before it's able to get to multiple charge moves, especially, yeah, with its super effective fast move. And there we go. So they've shielded one up and let one go, and we'll see if we can get to another one. So there's its first charge move. It's going to shield this up, but at this point, I'm just going to see how close I can actually get to it. I do know that they've got another Pokemon. They saved their Shelmet in the back as well, so really not looking good for me. There really is not much I can do here. Going to throw that through, and then, yeah, it's just going to be able to farm me down. And that is a good game. So there's the first loss. So I was able to go fairly well with that team. So what's that? 8 wins before a loss. So that's pretty good. Happy with that. And then we'll jump into what I believe is the last game of this set. And hopefully we can match up against something that's a little bit nicer. Unfortunately, for that one, I needed to shield up on the Ducklet. Had I shielded up on the Ducklet, then possibly would have been a different match. And yeah, would have had more options, but what are you going to do? So winning switch advantage there was more important, and I should have won the switch. So on this one, we've got Wynaut on the lead for them, and this is really good for me. My licks are going to be super effective, and none of their moves are going to be super effective against me, and they don't do too much damage. So able to get the Icy Wind off, and not going to shield this up. Going to obviously be the Mirror Coat. There is nothing else it possibly can be. So Mirror Coat comes through, and as you can see, it doesn't do too much damage, and then they swap out into a Shadow Skorupi. I possibly should have swapped out quicker here. But I'm going to let this cross poison come through. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. But going to come in with my Ducklet here. And the question here is, do I want to shield this up? And the answer is, yeah, why not? So cross poison coming through again, and I'm going to be able to look to farm it down a little bit. Going to throw my bubble beam here, try and bait out a shield. I don't think they're going to shield this up, which is fine, but at least if they get to another cross poison, which they do, it won't be doing as much damage. So I won't need to shield the second one. Always better to shield the first because after it's been debuffed, obviously it's going to be doing less damage. So want to maximize the use of shields. So it goes down and let's see what comes out. So I'm expecting the Wynaut to come back out, to be honest with you. But okay, it's a Ducklett. So going to debuff this thing and see what they want to do. So through the bubble beam goes, and they've shielded the bubble beam. That is spectacular. They clearly were not counting the charge moves because I was nowhere close to getting to a Brave Bird. So they've just gone straight up Brave Bird, and that's interesting. So what I should do here, so I'm going to come out. I expect them to swap with their Why Not, and they do. So what I should have done here is, yeah, so I should have definitely come in with the Seel and um, then swapped out as soon as they swapped out. But I mean, it is what it is. Again, we've got a Why Not mirror match. Awful, awful match. They have got far less health than me, so we're in a very good position. And again, what I need to do is make sure I've got, well, we've both got two Pokemon left. I've got one in the back. So what I need to do is just keep my health above what they have. And as you can see, that's going to be very easy to do. It's a mirror match. They started with 50% less health, so happy days. I'm going to be able to take this match. Again, you've got to be watching for that switch clock and see what they come through with. So going to look to charge up my Mirror Coat above because I am expecting them to swap out at some stage and potentially throw a move. I'm not sure if they've got energy on the Ducklett or not, but I just want to over farm, keep enough energy there, and now just going to make sure that I'm able to throw back to back. Well, throw at least one Mirror Coat if they decide to swap this out, because I do not want the Ducklett to be, yeah, and there's the Ducklett. So I do not want the Ducklett to be doing huge amounts of, be able to get away with lots of fast moves and charging up some energy before I'm able to do some damage. And I want to do some damage before it is able to bubble beam me and debuff me. So there's the bubble beam coming through, and I've decided to no shield that like an absolute boss. And now let's throw into the next move. They should still need to shield this up. If they don't, then they'll probably be getting too low. And then I'm going to instantly swap into my Seel and take them down here. Let's see, Aquatail's probably actually not. I know, because it's not very effective, so it's probably not going to take them down. And there's, we've got to just be careful of the countdown clock here. It's coming through, and they've decided to leave this game with 4 seconds to spare and able to take the game. Happy days. So needed to be very aware there of where we're up to and able to go 4-1 in that set. So actually might be a good team, would be a really bad team if it comes up against electric types, which I think the most obvious is going to be Chinchou, followed by, like I said, Mareep maybe, but Chinchou is definitely the one to go. I've used that in the past. And it might be something I try again, but we'll see. So for this one, able to go 4-1, get the terrible, terrible breakthrough, and let's see what we go. 23-18, so really nice ranking there. I'm happy with that. And like I said at the start, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button if it was useful. Let me know in the comments, and also throw in some team suggestions, what I should swap out and what I should swap in, what teams are working well for you, and possibly what teams aren't. If you've given this one a try and you're getting absolutely monstered at your ELO rating, let me know. But it's been working out all right for me. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.